Hey guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to rebrand your business. Now, you would have heard me speak on my last video talking about how to rebrand yourself. Well, now we're talking about business because this is about business, right? So we want to make sure that your brand elevates as much as possible by going ahead and addressing these key parts for sure. And yes, there is going to be a difference, by the way, so don't think you can cut off from this video. There is a difference between your business and your personal brand. So stick around to the very end, because as always, I want to make sure not only do you get value from this video, but equally you get to go ahead and experience a really cool gift from myself to you for just showing the love and support, folks. That's why I appreciate you guys. And as always, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that little ding bell so you do not miss out on any videos that I go ahead and upload. And folks, let's get into it. So, okay, as I said, we're going to be talking about how to rebrand your business. Now, as I said in my last video, I spoke about the idea of how to rebrand yourself, right? And there's a little card there. Go ahead and check it out. Because as I mentioned within that video, and as I always keep mentioning as well, there is a huge difference between personal brands and business brands as well. Now, for the purpose of this video, we are going to concentrate on business. So the business brand. So, folks, you always remember that, do you know what? When it does come to your business brand, this is when we start focusing on the outcome for your audience. It's not about you now. As much as your business is coming from you, so yes, there will be a couple of values that will overlap and overlay, however you want to say it, right? But there is also a huge part or a huge chunk of your values that will be targeted to all those you are actually speaking to, working with, reaching out to, connecting with. All your audience that actually resonates with your brand will be attracted to your values, will be attracted to who you are today. Now, if you did watch my previous video when I was talking about your personal brand and when to rebrand, right? When it comes to when to rebrand or how to rebrand your actual business, again, it's resonating with the idea of who you are today, right? What is your business about today? That's the question you actually want to ask yourself specifically. Now, remember, I'm going to talk to you guys till I'm blue in the face about this because it is super important to understand about this specifically. Your values, your vision, and your purpose, your VPV, your brand power of 3. You've got to understand what they are for yourself because so much comes from it, and so much relies on understanding what that is for yourself, especially when it comes to elevating your audience and how you actually reach out to them and actually make those better connections with them. If you don't resonate or don't understand what your VP is for yourself, take the time to understand, or equally reach out to someone like myself. Go ahead and DM me and I'll be more than happy to help you, right? However, if you don't take the time to understand what that is, well, it's going to be the difference between your brand continuing to literally just hit and hope and figure out things as you go, which technically that's business, right? However, wouldn't it be cool if you had a super cool strategy to be able to take yourself and start making more purposeful moves, right? Your VPV, your brand power of 3, will actually allow you to do that. More importantly, your VPV, your brand power of 3, will actually allow you to understand who you are today and whether or not you should rebrand today, right? Or start rebranding, start that process. Because at the end of the day, folks, in business especially, we are forever evolving. As entrepreneurs, as business owners, however you identify yourself as, we are forever evolving, so things naturally change, right? So it's super important from the get-go that you tap into your VPV, your brand power 3, regularly. Make sure that it still aligns with who you are today. Now, how often you choose to do that, that's entirely up to you. However, the minute you start elevating within your own mindset, the minute things start feeling a little bit of a disconnect with you, where you don't quite know what your brand message is anymore, that's a clear-cut reason or clear-cut case as to why you should start going back to the drawing board a little bit and actually start reassessing where you are right now and actually start digging a little deeper as to what your values actually are today, right? Because again, folks, it's super important. I cannot stress you enough, because if you don't know what you're saying, if you don't know what that message should be, and if you don't know exactly how you're going to continue to help your audience, because even that part changes and updates a little bit as well, well then yeah, everything else unfortunately starts going in the downward spiral, and we want to stop that. You don't have to go down that downward spiral if you start addressing what your VPV is for you and your business. So folks, I really hope that resonated with you, and to be able to understand that, and I know, yes, it's similar to what was going on with your personal brand, right? But now when it comes to your business brand, understanding where you are today, understanding what's important to you right now, is not so much, I should change that actually, it's not so much important about you, but important for your audience. Right? What is the situation that is now changing? Because their needs may be changing. The same basis, they may have the same problems. However, there might be a little nuance that you haven't actually tapped into yet. What could that be? You know, you're not going to know until you actually ask them, or you're not going to know until you actually tap into your VPV and figure out that, you know what, I'm noticing this a lot more for whatever reason, I'm getting drawn to it, right? If you're getting drawn to something that's slightly different from where you actually started, you need to pay attention to that. Because again, this is what happens, right? If you don't pay attention to it, you're not going to show up in the way that's actually going to be resonating or congruent to who it is that you are today. You're not going to be showing up in a way that is actually congruent or even resonating to your audience. That part. Because it shows up, folks, right? It really shows up. When you think that you're hiding it, believe you me, they are going to be seeing it. Because you're not going to be sitting comfortably with it. And anytime you actually have to talk about it's just not going to come out properly. It's not going to come out in the way that you want it to come out, to be able to resonate with an audience in that kind of a way. So folks, really think about that. And I hope that this video particularly resonates with you especially. And go ahead and share it. And folks, as always, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. And before you go, here is my gift from me to you. And I want to make sure that you guys go ahead and download it by clicking on the link that's in the description box below. Get a hold of it, understand it, learn it, tick it off, print it off, whatever you need to do. Put your highlighter pen through it to make sure you've selected it and actually implemented it, more importantly, because these 6 key principles to help elevate you and your brand, especially within business, are going to be super key and important for you to do it in a way that is congruent to you, your beliefs, what it is you stand for, why it is that you stand for, and who it is that you actually want to help and actually connect with better. So folks, go ahead and check that out. As always, folks, I will see you on the other side.